Okay, now at this point, roughly have it as organized to reflect the overall light and shadow. It needs to be developed a fair amount more. But what I would do at this point is take each area and focus in an area and then try to basically kind of duplicate what I see here. So for instance, down at the bottom, I need to go darker with the grape. I've got the red going here. So I'm going to kind of build again here with the red. It seems a little bit more magenta to me, so I'll use this phthalo violet. Okay, then I'll use the black grape. And I'll just work an area at a time. I won't necessarily bring it to complete finish, but I'll get very close to it and then move on so I can bring the whole drawing into more of this realistic look. At this point, I'll go in and put more color into these like reflected light areas down at the bottom here. Also, when I'm doing this little detail, my pencil has to be sharp, or else you start making the edges more soft and unclear. Okay, so taking each little area and trying to develop it more, what you see here in the reference. So here I'm using my Scarlet Lake, but I still see it, certain areas seeming to turn a little more towards the magenta, so I'm adding back in that phthalo violet. You can use a magenta, another red that seems more towards the magenta side. Okay, I'm going to add back in that orange color now so that I don't lose that. Start to bring a little more color into this highlight. Here I need to kind of and look over here and see what's going on with it. So I'm going to continue to look at different areas and attempt to match what I see in terms of the smaller little variations. So they're like little patches and shapes. So here I'm adding more of the Scarlet Lake, but then it seems to have a little bit of a magenta tinge. I'll add that. It comes. So we want to try to capture these little variations. That's what gives it the realism. I'll also try to bring this highlight shape more into configuration like I see here. It's a little smaller. I want to make sure my pencil is fairly sharp so I can kind of work smaller little areas of detail. Okay, then I'm going to add a little bit of the grape, the dark, the black grape to this area. Just enough to darken it. That's probably a little bit too much, so I'll go back with my into it. Then I want to get more of just a straight red. Okay, which is this carmine, or it's a little more warmer red. Okay, then some of this darker color comes down also from the top. These little shapes up here. And it has a little bit of that dark grape color in it. Just a little bit, enough to give it that sense of dark. But it needs to feel like it's a color. So back again to my red. Okay, it's kind of reducing the shape of the highlight again. Keep looking back over here. Okay, I'll just continue with this, working the areas. This area here is darker. I have it, so I want to go in there and bring that dark into there. So I'll use the phthalo violet or the scarlet lake, and then I'll go back in with the fine red. Now I'm going to use my white in the in this highlight area to kind of blend that. I'm going to leave the paper here really wide until really I get to the end. Try to work that shape a little more. Maybe bring that orange in here a little bit. Okay, continue to work the areas. Okay, so I'm going to work this and I'm going to speed it up so it doesn't take quite as long.